I'm John Talty. Alongside me is Michael Casagrande. Now, Michael, Derrick Henry having a big game against LSU, getting a little bit more national talk now, especially some Heisman talk. Do you think he's done enough to warrant being one of the favorites to win the Heisman?
Yeah, no, definitely. It was kind of it was his defining moment. 210 yards against an elite defense, the top 10 defense. It was definitely a moment where he stepped forward. Definitely outshined Leonard Fournette, who was far and away considered the best player in the country. But you look at his season stats: 5.8 yards a carry. It's really strong, and he's doing something that Alabama backs in the past haven't done. He's really carrying that lion's share of the carries. Kenyon Drake has done a little bit here and there, but it's not that 1-2 punch. It's really kind of his show. So he's carrying even more heavier the load. He's probably the most valuable player of any team out there. That without Derrick Henry, there's some major issues for this team. So I would put him up there.
Yeah, and you said he's getting a big load of the carries. He's not showing any signs of breaking down. One of the things that I think will be interesting is if you're looking at especially just the total stats, one game that might trip him up a little bit. Against Louisiana Monroe, only rushed for 52 yards. He was sick, kind of banged up, but that brings his average down a little bit. And if you're looking at just from a stats perspective, which some people voting, that's the way they do it, that could maybe hurt him compared to Fournette's big stats and things like that. But certainly I think that national moment that he had is going to help him. And, outshining Fournette the way he did has to help, especially if they're going head-to-head.
Hey, one more thing before we throw it off. The only thing that really matters here is what happens in the last few weeks. We can talk about this all we want in the first, second week in November, but everybody knows that how you do in that last 1 or 2 games is what matters. So getting the SEC championship game is probably the biggest key for him at this point.
Yeah, very good point. We'll have tons more coverage about this and everything else Alabama related on AL.com. Thanks for watching.